Hey guys, it's your favorite realtor here, Mr. Thomas Elrod, and I'm sitting here with someone who changed my life in so many ways, Dr. Ashley Lucas with PhD Weight Loss. I know a lot of our clients and customers and friends and family have seen a drastic change in the way I look, and I credit it to this young lady right here. And it all started for me. I put the weight on back in November of 2021 when my grandmother passed away, and about a year later, after having that weight put on, a year almost to her death, right at her death, I asked myself, would my grandmother be happy about my the way I've taken care of myself? And obviously the answer was no. And so some of you guys have heard of Kyle Bailey on WFNZ Sports Talk, and Kyle had gone through Dr. Ashley Lucas's program, and he had lost a considerable amount of weight. And so I signed up in late December of 2022, and today I sit here 48 pounds lighter and feel a tremendous amount better. So, Dr. Ashley, I first want to say thank you.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
my pleasure.
Yes, yes. And so tell the viewers there what PhD weight loss is.
Well, first, he credits us for helping him drop the 48 pounds, but I said the best plan on earth only works if you work it, and that's what you did.
Yes.
So it does take a little bit of effort. We make it real simple and easy, but you do want to come in at threshold and ready to make a change, just like you did.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we do is we make the process of dropping weight really simple, as easy as possible. We create customized meal plans that guide you on exactly what, when, and how much to eat. So it takes all of the guesswork out of the process. We don't restrict calories like crazy. I think the body's much more complicated than calories in and calories out. And so what we do is create a little shift in the body so that you burn fat for fuel, and it feels really good.
Yes.
You don't have hunger, you don't have cravings. Did you feel like you had a switch in how you felt about food? Did you feel like your hunger and cravings went away pretty easily?
No, I had felt like I had plenty of food, and I never had the hungers and the cravings. And in fact, I gained a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Tremendous amount of energy.
Yeah, so when we create this shift in the way that you eat, all of the fat just starts to fall away. The inflammation starts to decrease. Energy goes up. You sleep better, better energy. And a lot of conditions that you have that you think aren't associated with the excess weight and inflammation are. I mean, I just had a client come in and said that her fibromyalgia went away.
Oh, wow.
A lot of autoimmune conditions that you're dealing with and those symptoms are actually associated with the weight and the inflammation that's coming with it. So that's what we really do. We like to provide 80% of the food for the week. There's no cost associated with it. It's free to you. It's just a helpful tool. And then we're helping you learn one meal at a time so that you become self-sufficient. The greatest gift to me is folks telling me once they've hit maintenance that they don't need PhD anymore, that you're totally self-sufficient and you understand what you need to eat to support your body. You can travel the world, do anything that you want, and understand how to maintain it. And then every week we have coaching sessions where you come in just like you did, meet with your coach, with your nutritionist. They become a part of your family. They talk to you about nutrition, but they also do a lot of behavior work, because it's not just about the science of what and when to eat. We definitely tackle that, but it's about the mental, emotional habits, behaviors, why you eat the way you do, sabotaging thoughts and triggers. All of that comes into play. And then once we get you where you need to be, you enter into maintenance, and maintenance is free. It's for life. We never abandon our clients. I think that maintenance is where the work is to be done. And so we really are a community, and we're about helping people step up, empower their lives and become totally self-sufficient. So that's our target, and that's what we helped you do.
Yes, and I think one of the things that I loved about PhD was the fact that some of the competitors around town, they mix a little bit of food and a little bit of I want to just say speed and different things, whatever you want to call it. It's not all natural. And the one thing that I liked about the food that you guys provide, which by the way, that's awesome, because you don't have to overthink it, right? Your breakfast, your 10 a.m. snack, your lunch, your 3 o'clock snack, they're all provided for you. You just got to make your dinner and find your dinner, and they tell you what to cook and what's good for you. But I didn't have to think about it, and I didn't have to put synthetic or things that weren't natural in my body. And that was really important to me, was having all natural
Yeah.
food to go in. And also the education. I talked to a friend the other day, and he talked about how he'd put on weight, and he's gone through the programs where he puts on the weight and he takes off the 40 pounds and he puts it back on and he takes it off. And I said, well, what's the education that you're getting around that? Like, how do you look at food? Because the way I look at food now versus 10 months ago is completely different. I see things different. One of my favorite videos that you did, and by the way, you get a lot of educational videos and training. One of my favorite videos that you did was how to read a label on the back of any type of food. And that was a game changer for me because I didn't really understand it. And now I do.
Yeah.
And so, and I get to take that with me. And one of the things that PhD made me learn was how to be a CAO, which is a Chief Awareness Officer.
Oh, I like that.
And being aware of what I was putting in, knowing my limits. I even tested some of your theories.
Oh, did you? Yes. I bet you did.
Yep. Just to say, I would have like one cocktail or two cocktails and see if the body fat week over week stopped, and it did.
Did it?
Yeah, the fat burn did stop. So I learned really quickly.
I was right.
Yep, you were right. You were right as always. And it wasn't as daunting as I thought it was going to be. It went by really quickly. You're right. A lot of it was the inflammation. I mean, in the first month, I lost 15 pounds of just inflammation and water in the body and everything else.
Yeah.
And then I got into this phase, and you can tell the audience more about it. It was a phase where once you get past, it's like the 4 to 6 week plan, it just all became very, very just comfortable. I had more energy. I didn't have any of the hunger stuff. And what do you call it? What is it called?
Fat adaptation. We're teaching your body how to burn fat for fuel. And nearly every cell loves to burn fat for fuel. We just don't let it because of how we've been told to eat. Really, we don't understand the truth behind how we should eat. The food pyramid, the my plate, it's all pretty bogus, and it doesn't have our best interest at heart. So that's what we're doing each week, is re-educating you on the truth behind nutrition, getting your body into the sweet state where it can burn fat and it feels so good. And that's where the inflammation and the fat just drops off pretty effortlessly.
Yes.
Most men drop around 3.5 pounds a week. Most women 2 to 2.5. And another thing that you really want to understand is that your belly fat actually keeps you fat. And it's often why people drop weight only to put it back on, is the education piece that you were talking about. They don't understand what they're doing. They also haven't shifted their mindset. If you go on to our website, it's myphdweightloss.com. We have over 800 plus 5-star reviews. And if you read them, people talk about shifting their mindset. They talk about it being a lifestyle change, and they talk about not being hungry and not having cravings. And that's because of all the things we've talked about, in addition to really letting go of the belly fat. The belly fat has fat cells in there that secrete hormones that keep you fat. They encourage the fat mass in the belly to continue to get fatter as fast as possible. It has its own agenda. All it wants to do is grow. It secretes inflammatory hormones. So if you only drop a portion of your excess fat weight, it's like shaving the top off of a weed and leaving the root there. It's just going to come back. And so that's why, same with you, we were really focused on fully collapsing that belly fat, which you don't have anymore.
Nope. No. So it's for the audience to know, I'd gotten up to 233 pounds when I weighed in, 185 today, so 48-pound loss. And my metabolic age, which I didn't know much about metabolic age, I was 59 years old, which I'm not there yet, not anywhere close. Today, I'm 36 years old.
Yeah.
And then my body fat percentage was 28%, and now I'm in the teens in body fat percentage. And so it's been transformational. I got my life back. I got my energy back. I got friends and family. They say I show up differently. My teammates say I show up differently. And it's just been a blessing. And we wanted to spotlight Dr. Ashley and PhD Weight Loss. And you guys have how many offices?
We have 4 offices. We have one in Asheville, North Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, and then here in South Charlotte and up in Lake Norman, Davidson area, and an amazing at-home program where you don't even have to come into the office and you'll have the same results. So I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for trusting us to help you.
Thank you for building the whole program and rolling it out and impacting so many lives.
My pleasure.
It's amazing. So if you'd like to know more, about my PhD weight loss, you just have to go to
go to the website, myphdweightloss.com, and give us a call. The phone number is 864-644-1900, and we'll get you scheduled for a consultation with one of our nutritionists. I'm super excited.
And your future self will thank you. Your friends and family will
That's
thank
right.
you. Your teammates at work will thank you. You will love that choice. It'll be the best choice you could make.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
definitely check them out, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.